Welcome, everyone, to the Earthwombyn Gathering podcast. I'm your host, Patricia Walls. This is a space for the deeper conversations, a space where spirituality, higher awareness, multidimensional understandings, understandings, and outer standings, healing, consciousness, and human evolution can be explored openly, honestly, and without fear. This podcast is here for those who simply know that there's more to this reality than we're taught. Through these conversations, we explore topics such as consciousness expansion, energetic healing, the original language that is being called light language, spiritual awakening, multidimensional experiences, and sorry, I lost my train of thought there. And all of those things that we like to talk about that we can't talk about to just anybody. So today I want to welcome my niece, Dina Faye Gilmore, who we are calling Ashwani as her recognizing her spiritual contributions. And Ashwani is a shamanic practitioner, a lifelong mystic, a 0 to Psychic Certified Instructor, channeler, medium, tarot and oracle reader, a Reiki Master Teacher, an award-winning director, filmmaker, screenwriter, and 4-time best-selling author. She thrives by empowering others through her spiritual abilities, and she partners with multimedia resources, utilizing her creative gifts as a lifelong storyteller, merged with her background in healing. Her sessions are rooted in sacred, safe spaces and encouraged are a form of transformation and sovereignty. Sovereignty is a big thing. It's a big word now. And her practice is built on surrendering programs. So I hope that you will enjoy what she's going to share with us tonight. She's here with me in person, so we're sharing a screen. So let me move the screen over for her.
Well, you got to stand too.
Hello.
Hi. Sounds like somebody's coming in.
Yeah, I got her.
Hi, everybody. Well, I love that you're doing your podcast because I've been on before, and how can I not say no to Auntie? And she is the whole reason I got activated in light language, and it's just added such a dimension to the healing work I do because I am one of those lifelong healers that, you go through life and the trauma and so much programming and so much matrix that it roots you into, well, this is my identity. Well, no, it's not. And it doesn't have to be. And your trauma doesn't make you. Hi, Beck. Man, I miss you. And it doesn't have to make you or be any part of your identity. You can simply it's literally like taking baggage off your shoulders that you no longer want to hold on to, which is why I do a lot of things about sovereignty and women reclaiming their magic through sisterhood, their magic through who they really are. Hello, Elisabetta. I hope I said that right. Um, Hopefully you love me too if I said it wrong. And everything I do from about to have a big retreat this weekend from one of my dear friends, Leslie, the Mystic's Magical Weekend. And it is really all about the same thing of everything that I do, plus adding her magic in it as well. So you get the both of us of it's unpacking everything that you went through in life. So, good things do happen to bad people. Or no, I said that backwards. Bad things happen to good people. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yeah.
Because I used to get that comment all the time when I was a lot younger about, well, but you're such a good person. How does things happen to people? Like, well, it happens to everybody. So I'm no different, except for I knew when I was a little kid, I was always different. So I was the little Haley Joel Osment kid. I would see dead people. You know, when kids have imaginary playmates, I didn't have imaginary, they were dead people. So having a tea party with dead people, that's something different. But I remember growing up and backing up to give my story of I became a healer ultimately because every school, pretty much every teacher, I grew up in the 70s, so it was a 1971 baby. And every teacher would tell my mom that their words, I would never use this word, but they told my mom I was retarded. And I just remember thinking, God, I'm stupid, I'm dumb. And it was such an integral part of me and doing the healing that that's how I became a lifelong healer. And I started working with other people of really unpacking that, you know, that we don't have to be either identities people associate to us or our background, our programming. So I'm 55 now and I've spent at least, I think I took my very first spiritual class when I was probably 19 or 20. And from there, my very first psychic reading, I was actually 20 and I was sold. I was like, oh, this is so more my lane. This is so more like me kind of thing. And the lady I got it from, I used to call her other mother, and she taught me about psychic abilities. And so that really helped me with, especially after getting activated from Auntie with light language, um, it really rounded out everything that I was doing to help other. I just happened to focus on women's specialties, but I had men that'll come to me as well. And I would never say no to anyone who's looking to heal from any trauma, anything that's been in their way, an obstacle, a challenge, because everybody deserves to live that best life. And it's an inside job. It starts with you of, you know, you don't have to say things like, I'll never make it, or, you know, I guess I'm stupid. And so once I started stopping the verbiage that was tearing myself down, I really started getting, oh, there's other people who think these things. Oh, okay. And then I just went from there. So I did 20 years of massage, but my body started breaking down. And so it was really just time to say yes to my creative business, which was filmmaker, screenwriter, that sort of thing, because it was a childhood dream. And it was one of the things that I would hear all the time is, oh, there's too much competition, you'll never make it, you're not good enough, those sort of things. And I bought into it until I went back to college the fourth time. Fourth time's the charm. And I finally got my degree because that means something to me. So all that to say is you can do anything you set your mind to. And so people like Auntie or myself, we really dedicate our lives of service to help other people move through this. So if I can overcome childhood abuse, I can overcome domestic violence, even as an adult, you know, being a spiritual practitioner, I knew better. It's just I put myself in a precarious situation. So, but none of that defines me, and you don't have to let it define you either. So that's a lot of what I do, and it's getting people to really say yes to themselves and what they're capable of instead of what people have told you you need to be or how you need to be, or how your life should look, things like that. So we have so much in the matrix that's going on. A lot of timelines are shifting, a lot of sleep patterns are interrupted. And it really is about breaking down all the programming, all the matrix that we've been stuck at. And I joke about it a lot, but I kind of feel this way is I said, we're just basically in the Truman Show.
Yeah.
So, you know, we are. So many things we've been told that are not real. And especially like aliens and visitors and things like that. Well, when I channel, I connect a lot with aliens, and I think I've always done it. It's just I didn't have training until my dear mentor and teacher who's passed on, Dr. Chuck Murphy, who Auntie knew very well. I teach his zero to psychic classes as someone else does too. So we teach his classes, and it's a matter of getting you, you know, you have your abilities. So we teach you how to name it to claim it. And then there's so much hands-on practice, at least in the way that I do it. I like to think I kind of do it really similar to the way he did. So anyway, all that to say is it gets you to unpack everything that you really are when you're not just a human being in this moment, because you're a soul body first. So there's so many strong people out in the world that you can choose if you have a trigger. And I shared this recently on one of my podcasts with my gals, Nicole and Leslie, about, triggers come up. We have trauma and things like that that can be triggered. And I had one where we were talking about angels, and it came up for me, for my trigger was, oh, well, mine are not with me all the time. And Leslie she's such an inquisitive person. She got me to thinking about it, and she was asking. She wasn't like making me wrong, but in my brain, my old programming, I thought that's what she was doing, was really questioning me. And that wasn't it at all. She's like, no, I want to know how come I can have my angels all the time, but you don't know that you have yours all the time. And I'm like, oh, well, that's easy. It goes back to the programming of when I got abandoned when I was about 3 years old by both parents who hadn't done their trauma work. And I made it to mean in that moment, what's the point? Everybody leaves me. Everybody leaves me, kind of thing. And that's not been true if I look at my life, but it was just in that specific moment where I was going through a trigger, and I really got to work through that. And I was so moved by, wow, that's been buried there this whole time. And I had that epiphany, and I was just really moved by it. So I actually ended up crying on that trip, but it was a cathartic cry, of we have our breakthroughs too. And no one's perfect. So even though I've done this work for so long, I took Dr. Chuck Murphy's Zero to Psychic class in 2004. And then I was his very first class, and he didn't even have any material written about it. Now he and his wife, his widow, have two beautiful books, and I do teach from his main book, Zero to Psychic. And then he has another book that's mediumship. So if you get a chance, look him up, or you can check out my website. I do teach those classes if you're ever interested in. In fact, I know I have one graduate on here, Jen. She's taken it. So, but you get to release and let go what burdens you, what's holding you back. Yeah, she's saying, yep. And it's so mind-blowing when you finally choose you over any circumstance that's ever happened in your life. And it's easy to do once you get the practice of it. It's just like anything, if you start learning an instrument, you practice. Well, one of the best ways to do that is if you're having a negative thought about yourself, so you have to think about it in that moment. Is that something you would tell your best friend? Like if you're like, oh, looking in the mirror and I'm like, oh, I'm so ugly, or I'm not pretty, or I'm this, my skin's getting wrinkly, I'm sagging, those sort of things. If you wouldn't say those to your best friend, definitely don't say them to yourself. And nip it in the bud. I usually teach people all the time, like wear like a rubber band like a smoker would, and pop that rubber band. Put something in place that can course correct in that moment. I think I teach that with just about everything I do. But release, and this is another big one too, release anything that has to deal with the word perfection. Nothing is perfect. That's a false picture of something you'll never obtain, because there is no perfect. So I talk about that a lot. But what else? What else do you want to cover? Do you want me to talk about? Is I tell you, this is a big one too, because I grew up in a family who were pessimistic. Yes, Beck, totally. Yes, be your own friend first. 100%. Because this is every woman I've ever worked with who's become a mother or step parent or whatever, where they're caring for children, or they have adults or whatever. Every woman I've ever worked with has done this. They put themselves last, because you think in your mind, you're like, oh, I got to make sure they've got food on the table. Oh, I got to take them to soccer practice. Blah, 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 blah. There's all these things, and you put yourself last. Well, that's where burnout comes in. That's also where you disconnect from yourself. It's where you can lose your identity, and your identity becomes, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a soccer parent, I'm a this, I'm a that. And well, yeah, you are those things, but those aren't your identity. Who are you really? When you get down to the root of things, the brass tacks of things, who are you really when you strip all that away? And that's where that self-discovery comes in. That's where you do the best, deepest work, is unpacking who people told you you were, and actually knowing in the depths of your soul by self-discovery who you actually really are. And it totally about being your best friend first is, boundaries with people. Sometimes, people like drama, or people like, causing a stir, things like that. If you feel good in your heart at the end of the day, about your day, your actions, what you said, things like that. That's really what matters. Anybody else can just go stick it. I mean, I don't have any other way to put that other than it all comes out in the wash, and anything in the dark comes out in the light. And so with doing this practice for the lifetime, I call this, because I started my autobiography years ago. I've not finished it, but I was calling it The Healer's Journey, but there's already a book called that. There's actually a couple of them. So this one, I think I'm calling it Journey of a Lifetime, because I'm a starseed, and I know I've been Lyran, Arcturian, Palladian, Syrian, you name it, and I've been them. And I have been told by many people that I've had loads of past lives. And I believe that. And I do feel it because I do remember some of those. And sometimes they'll come to me in little bits. So, like for you, the best thing I can tell you out of everything that I do really is make sure every single day, somehow, some way, you are connecting to yourself, your needs, your wants, things that actually nourish your soul. So, prime example, people I hear all the time is, especially from women, I'm so busy, I don't have time for that. Do you drink coffee in the morning? Well, yeah, I gotta have my coffee. Okay, take a deep breath, connect. And well, what's connection? Connect just means you, just you in that moment. What do you need? Are your kids screaming? Are they crying or whatever? Can you step in another room? Yeah, exactly. Be your own emotional support. No, be your own emotional sponsor. Absolutely. Thank you, Elizabeth. That you really got to know what you need or what you want. And when I do shamanic work for people, soul retrieval will come up sometimes, and I'll be like, okay, well, what would your 8-year-old self want? So, like an example, I did a session for somebody, and the 8-year-old self came back. Soul retrieval is a part of a soul loss. I'll just give you a really cliff note version of it. Is anytime you've had trauma, a part of you checks out. And with soul retrieval, it's a reintegration of that soul part, letting that soul part know it's safe to come back home. You do it with a trained shamanic practitioner or shaman. Don't do these on your own, because you don't want to bring back an energetic squatter or a spirit that you don't want in your space. But it's important that you just take an inventory, literally, like take inventory. And what would that 8-year-old self want? Does she want an ice cream, or does he want to go to the playground? Do you want to go see a movie? Like, what is it that 8-year-old self wants? And then gift yourself that want. Really hone in on, what do you need in that moment? What will make you feel seen, loved, heard? Most of the time it's community. It's being around other like-minded. It's feeling that support. It's feeling like somebody's listening, those sort of things. So I hope that if you get nothing else from what I say today, is you learn to just take that breath, take a beat, go within, and just do a quick inventory of yourself. How are you feeling? Do you need something to recharge yourself? Go get a massage, or go, like my friend Leslie, she does that a lot. One of the podcast gals. So I've talked about that a lot too. So if you want to hear more of like some tidbits that we share as a collective, my podcast is called Mystic Spilling the Tea, and we're on all the platforms, but we really try to have subject matter and topics that people want us to talk about as professional mystics that we get to share with you guys. So think about, what is it you need? What is it that can nourish your mind, your body, your spirit? So it's just a matter of a check and a balance. Like, I use this reference all the time because people can relate to this. Is you take your car in for an oil change. You take your car in to get the tires rotated or get a new tire. Well, what about you? Thank you, Jen. I'm so glad you love the podcast. And I'm excited to be on Aunties. It's lovely to be on a different platform and actually be live. We haven't done that with ours. So that's really delightful. And I really want to hear from anybody who's listening, like, what was your greatest takeaway about doing self-work? Or what was your greatest discovery when you do this type of work, like going within, or just unpacking the stuff that made you be everything but you? If anybody has any questions, or you would like to share, your little takeaway, your tidbit that you've learned over the years, because I'm sure there are plenty of other people who would actually like to hear that. So I want to see if anybody puts anything in the chat, but you're way more than any traumatic event that could ever happen to you. Are you still living? Are you breathing? Are you alive? Do you have love, support? If not, let's get you connected to people. Let's help you find people, those sort of things, because the pandemic, if it taught us nothing else, is we need each other. We need community. We need touch. We need loving one another. We have so much angry and fear and fear mongering matrix. I mean, there's so much out there that it's hard sometimes, and it's okay to not be okay. But it's strength when you actually tell somebody, hey, can we go have a coffee? Hey, can we have a lunch date? Auntie and I had a dinner date, and it was awesome because I haven't seen her in a while. And so getting that medicine for yourself and, you know, what it is that you already do in your routine. I'm not asking you have to add anything in, but what are you doing in your routine? So I know when I was a little kid, part of why I felt so different was seeing dead people and not understanding how come everybody else can't see them. Why why do I feel like a freak? And it took me a while to be able to own my weird flag, freak flag, whatever you want to call it. But I do now because there are others like us out there. And our DNA and our fingerprints prove you're not meant to be like anyone else. So stop trying. Keeping up with the Joneses, that's dumb. Why? Why are you trying to keep up with somebody else who's probably, everybody looks good on Instagram, everybody looks good on Facebook, but let's see, Elisabetta said she had to build 100% faith that I have my angelic helpers all the time. After that, my spiritual journey just took off. Perfect. See? And I kind of really got that through the help of a friend. When we were on our road trip, we were going to work a metaphysical fair. And it was just in my friend Leslie's inquiry about, well, why don't you think you have angels around you all the time? Why do you think they leave you? And that was the button. That was that of, oh, you know what? Wow. Because I had said something I knew, or I know that they're with you all the time, but the programming was there pushing that button. And so I got that in that discovery. So 100% is, whatever your faith is perfect. Be rooted in that. And I'm not here to change anybody's faith. I'm not here to tell people, if you're atheist, you need to be a Christian. If you're not a Christian, you need to be an atheist, none of that stuff. But I am here to say, please don't use it as a weapon against other people or judge other people, because then now that's a power steal and a power loss. You're trying to take them down to build yourself up. And that's not a win-win for anybody. You want a win-win situation. You want a win-win when it's building their energy and building your energy, and that you're leaving people better than you found them. So, anyway, that is one of the best things you can do in being a human being. Is we have to learn that mistakes, even reclaim that as a growth opportunity, rename it, and dismantle what somebody would consider a mistake. So, but I love that you said that, and 100% faith that your angelic helpers are all the time. So that just backs up everything that I was getting the other day. This was probably about, I don't know, this is like 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, that we were on this road trip. And I didn't know it was there. It was just one of those things that was buried that you get to uncover. So what else? Anybody else want to share some of the things that have been eye-opening, or have been some of the best tips, techniques, tricks that you've learned for your own spiritual growth, your own expansion or awakening? However you want to frame it is perfect. Gossamer thread cutting time. Have you heard of that one? I haven't heard of that one either. You'll have to share about that one, Beck. I haven't heard that one. Gossamer thread cutting time. I do cord cutting. Yeah, Elisabetta. I don't know what that is either. Very intrigued by it. I love learning. Yeah, totally. Let's bring up Beck. Beck, do you want to come on?
Hello.
Hello. Do
Hello.
you do you want to be on camera or just talk to us?
Uh, I,
Oh,
I
you're
can
on
be
camera.
on camera. I probably look a little bit, I don't know. I haven't even seen
You
me.
look beautiful.
Oh, thanks so much. It's a morning here and I'm still, lazing around.
And
Gossamer
everybody,
thread.
she's in Australia, guys.
Yes. Gossamer threads, all those. So you've been speaking of the things that we hide about ourselves that, people have told us aren't good enough, or all those things that people speak over us, all of those things. And we do all this work for years. Like I feel I've been doing this work on inner journey for like long time. Yeah. And the gossamer threads are the things that you think, okay, well, I've worked on that. That's no longer part of my consciousness that I'm not good enough for this or that
Uh-oh.
I'm, they're
There we
the
go.
little tiny, tiny, tiny invisible gossamer threads that are still hold us in that place that we don't know, a bit like, invisible stitches, and they still keep that energy connected to us in some way and we don't know it's there. And that's now we're at a time where those gossamer threads, those really fine, but they're like titanium steel strong, time for them to be cut. Those ones that really, those things that stop us from stepping over the line into our greatness.
Mm.
And it's scary because they're so small, but they're so ingrained and we've held them for such a long time. It's like an addiction where you stop using a certain substance because it's not serving you, but what's on the other side is scary because you've not been there for a long time, or what is it going to look like? But you do it and it's magical and beautiful and wondrous and incredible and nothing you could have even imagined on your own. And those gossamer threads are those things that are stopping us from being those big shining magical things. I know for myself, I find them they are hard. And I see them and I look at them and I sit there with my intention to cut them. And it's just like, all right, tomorrow. And tomorrow's a day that never fucking comes. Oh, I'm in the sweat. But you
This
know
is
what
the
I mean?
place where you can say that
Or
word if you
tomorrow's
want
ever
to.
coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tomorrow's ever coming, And so it's time. It's time for cutting those gossamer threads to step out of the shadow. And I think that for me is what is a really big part of shadow work is doing all of that, looking at what people have spoken over us and we've believed, and it's not the truth. It's not our truth. We're not too much because we're sensitive. Oh, you're oversensitive, or you're over dramatic, or you're all of these things from when we're little to even my lifelong dream. I was going to be an artist, and it's like that's not a real job. And a teacher told me that's not art, and I didn't paint for 20 years.
And you're a
And
prolific painter. Love your paintings.
and I love art. I love doing it. I love creating. Yeah,
I hope you never stop creating because I love, love, love when you share those.
thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah, and so it is about being our own friend, I guess, because everybody has a level of self-love. That's what keeps us alive. But liking yourself and being your own friend is a whole different ballgame,
It
because
is.
liking yourself is working and cutting those threads and those gossamer threads of things that have been speaking over us because people didn't like that about us. So we are not liking ourselves. It's not about loving us because we do that. But liking us is one of the hardest things to do. To like to hang out with yourself and do things and laugh at yourself. And I talk to myself and, my cats and I laugh at the neighbors because they're weird. you know,
I love it.
Do
Oh,
you know
that's
what I
great.
mean? So I like to hang out with me and do things and whatever. I learned some macrame stuff yesterday. It's like, oh my God, that's so tricky. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a macrame holder for my shamanic drum. Do you know? So I like to hang out and create. So, to be our own friend is like a really important thing. It's about liking yourself and liking those things that people told you weren't likable, because they are what make me who I am and make me great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Agreed. This world would be
Yeah.
a lot less depressing without your art. Just saying. Like the moment you showed us, that was on the UK trip in 2023 where you were showing us some of your paintings and stuff. And I was like mind blown because I was like, wow, they're beautiful. They're gorgeous. Even Elizabetta put in the chat that it's fantastic or gorgeous, or I forgot what word she used, but
Mm,
yeah.
mm.
It's wonderful. And it's a great, what I love about being an artist is that self-expression. You know, you are getting pulled into that story and the energy that you put behind it when you were creating it. Like it's energy that you're trapping inside a beautiful piece that can be remembered for a very long time. Look at some of the greats hanging in the museums and things like that. Like we still get to step in that time of when they created that masterpiece.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Mhm. So I love that you're painting because you're essentially not only creating a moment in time of beauty, but it's like a portal that can just kind of draw you in and envelop you. Like
Well,
there's one
all
that
of
just looked like this goddess that you did that I was just mesmerized by.
all of my paintings are they're energetic more than um realism.
Hmm.
And the colors I work with are the energetic. I work with the energy of the colors. It's not just I choose a color because I like red or I like yellow or I'm feeling, green today. Well, they are those things, but the
Yeah.
colors that I'm working with internally or feeling, whether it be of the collective or internally, and I find, that's usually a micro of the macro. So I paint what is energetically going on in my world, and it's usually a reflection of what's outside anyway. So yeah, and they all, yeah, so energetically imbued with magic. And my little kid, my kid's book, I say my little kid's book, but it's a story, a picture book for your inner child. Yeah, you're talking about inner child, and it's for kids. It is a children's book, but it's for your own inner child, and it's about being your own friend, because we're with ourselves our whole life. We're the only person we hang out with our whole life every day. We don't get a break from ourselves. We don't get to say, oh, all right, you're just going to stand over there for like a week while I go on holiday because I'm a bit tired of you. We got to take ourselves wherever we fucking go. So
Yep.
we either work on ourselves and like ourselves and be in joy, or we, do the opposite of that, which is probably, just in existence and it's not living. And that's, and it's lonely because it's hard to like people that don't like themselves.
Isn't that the truth? Like that's a huge nugget right there of what is it that makes you not like yourself? That's a great place to start. We had to do this work in my shamanic training. We had to do mirror work and we had to keep doing it until we mastered it. And it was, boy, some of the deepest, hardest work I think I've ever done, but
Oh, yeah, yeah,
worth
yeah,
every minute.
yeah. And then it's just really like, I don't know what's going on with this eclipse season. It's pretty intense.
It
But
is.
yeah, there's some really fine gossamer things. And it's like, oh my goodness. And it's like, wow, oh, look at me. I'm shaking because I am, oh, yeah,
We
it's,
were talking about that earlier, eclipse, yeah, energy and the adjustments and the changes.
I'd chop my hair off.
I know it looks great. I love it.
So, I just was, yeah, been on the descent of Inanna for quite some time prior to a week or so ago, down into the cave with the rescue girls, stripped to the bone, and emerged on the other side going, okay, it's time to step into your stuff. It's time to step into your stuff. And, this is super helpful because Patricia said to me, come on, come on. And I'm like, I'm too scared. What am I going to talk about? I don't know things.
Yes, you do know things.
I know things. I know lots of things.
Mhm.
And you need to schedule again.
See?
Yeah,
I know.
Mhm.
yeah.
We need to have like a gallery art show and have you show all your work. It's beautiful because my friend Jen D, who's on also, is also an artist. And yeah, I just love supporting other friends who they're creative and crafty because it is a great self-expression outlet.
It is. It is. Yeah. So I've never done macrame before. And this is my little beginning of my
Oh,
drum.
oh, look at
Good
that
one, Beck.
detail. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just thought I'm going to have a go and see what happens. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Elizabetta, I forgot she's got gorgeous paintings as well.
Yeah,
So
she does.
yeah, she's also an artist on here. So I think all of y'all are artists.
Yeah. Go on.
Yes.
Just trying to bring
Nice.
up the chat what they were saying.
Okay.
Anyway,
Well,
I've taken up enough of your time and space.
No, stop it. Don't you
we love
stop
you,
that.
Beck.
I'm
I
so
love
happy to
you.
have you on.
But I'm going to make her take us through a journey. So we're
I
gonna
love that.
we're gonna make sure we have enough time for her to take us through a journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Schedule your time, Beck. You have so much to share with us. We love you.
Yes.
I love you all.
Deep love and respect.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Love it.
And you were trying to get back to the chat real quick. Let's
Oh
see.
yeah, I was just seeing what people were putting in.
Uh,
I'm gonna read them.
oh wait, we have to get rid of this. Get rid of this. And there we are.
Oh, okay, there we go. Thanks for sharing that too, Beck. I think that's Jen that says, I started being my true unapologetic self. This is me world. You can like me or not, but I do not bend to your rules of who or how you think I should be. I don't fit in a box. Yes, that's the point, is don't put yourself in a box. Like society already likes to do that. Break out of it. Destroy the box. Bless the lid off. Blow it up. Toss it, recycle it, whatever it is. So, and her paintings are magnificent, as are yours, Elizabeth. And yeah, she would love the other artists' work. See, we're all artists here. Yeah, absolutely. Because Auntie's an artist too. I have 3 of her drums she's painted. So
Not quite the same as all of you guys, though. I mean, y'all are
No, it
canvas painters. Yeah. So I've been thinking maybe I need to do a page on the Earthwoman website for
Ooh.
artists.
Ooh,
You know, where y'all could put some of your artwork, could help give you some recognition
a
there.
virtual gallery. I love it.
Yeah. We'll be working on that.
Yes, to
So-
that.
So she's going to take us through a journey, I hope.
Okay, I don't have a drum on me. So-
There's like 17 million. So we're at Sharon's house. I'm house sitting for my bestie, Sharon Varner, who is a sound healer, and she's got all manners of sound equipment here. Oh, the drums are under here, I think.
Those
Are
look
those-
like tambourines.
No? Okay. All right.
Um,
Do you see one over there?
I'm looking, I'm trying not to interrupt those are rain drums. Oh, wait, that I think is a drum.
Sharon's got like a plethora of gongs and drums and tingshaws and
I don't have a beater.
bowls. There's one. Let me go help her. I'll be right back, y'all.
I got a drum.
Gotcha. Hold on.
Okay.
She's got a box of beaters every good that stumbled across because I was being there.
So it's definitely not my drum, but hopefully Sharon, you don't mind. I'm gonna be using your drum. It's got a great sound. Does it sound stay okay for you guys?
Oh, they may not be able to hear it. Can they hear it?
I don't know. Nobody said anything yet. Can you hear that drum? You gotta drop in the chat and let me know. No sound. No.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me see if I can change one of my settings.
Yeah, I think it goes on musician or something.
Yeah. Mm,
And this will be a fairly short journey.
What about now? Hit it now.
Probably 10 or 12 minutes or so, but.
Can y'all hear that?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay,
All right,
good. All right, awesome.
here we go.
So the biggest thing is just calling your protectors, calling your guides, and making sure that you're rooted in an intention for yourself, whatever that intention may be. It might be to reconnect with your sovereignty, or how about let's reconnect to all your past lives that you've ever been and have those merge with you in this life, to have those timelines from the past merge into the current if they are for your highest good. So, example, what I mean by that is if you've been a murderer in a past life and there's no benefit to bringing that past life energy or magic back, then just don't focus on that one. If you don't know what your past lives have been, but you have maybe an inkling or a suspicion, think of that lifetime. If there's been 5, 10, 20, think of just who you were in a past life, and let's recall that. Is definitely collect your mana, your magic. So that's the whole point of this one, is calling back your magic. So with that, just feel like you're grounded into Mother Earth for your physical body, and then for your mental and spiritual body, that you just like Stretch Armstrong, you're growing out into the universe to ground to the universe, so that it'll open your crown and your third eye. And let's go on a journey.
Do you want me to add any light language?
Oh, absolutely, because I'll probably be doing it too.
Okay, but so prompt me whenever you want me to, because I don't know when.
You got it.
Yeah. So
Oh, double duty. I love it. This is great. All right. So just be in a comfortable spot, and let's take a journey. So we want you to envision you're in an open meadow, and in this meadow, you feel the sun shining down on your skin. You feel the wind blowing your hair. You feel the feet on this lush green blades of grass. You can hear a crackle of a fire nearby. And beneath your feet is now a stream, a river, that will cleanse and clear you, transmute any energies you might be holding on to, like thinking you can't call back a past life magic. Let that energy transmute. Surrender it. Release and let go what you no longer need. And envision you're surrounded by a tree family. Beautiful, tall trees. These are ancestors. These are the tree people, also supporting this journey. And in this open field, I want you to envision any past life where you either knew about, or you're curious about, or you've thought about. And envision in front of you that there's a treasure chest full of gold and full of your magic. I want you to walk toward that treasure chest, open it up, and ask for only your magic to be returned to you now, and be willing and receive. Go ahead, Auntie. Hi, Jeff. I'm getting some dog medicine. You like the tweeting. So while you're in this journey, I want you to unpack that chest that treasure chest that is only for you. What else is in that chest? Is there more magic? Is there an old story that you had an abundant, prosperous life, you were wealthy, you were successful, whatever it's in that chest that's yours, that belongs to you, call it back. And then while you're there, the tree people, tree medicine, give nice earth blessings. They have messages. Can you hear them? Let them talk to you. And while you're in this clearing, receive healing from the celestials. Octurians and Pleiadians hover above the trees, and they are beaming down their loving light, healing energy, should you choose to accept it, and I highly encourage you to do so. This is a gift from the Octurians and Pleiadians. And as the blue avians are flying about and also offering their healing and light language. Beneath your feet is a bed of crystal, and paying attention to what kind of crystal is it, but this is the crystal kingdom also blessing you to recharge your energy, to pull out from you anything you might be holding on to from this life or any past life, to cleanse and clear you of all that holds you back. And that water stream is back beneath your feet, on top of your feet, on top of the crystal bed that you're standing on. Allow that water to wash over your feet, standing on top of the beautiful crystals. Is now envision a beautiful celestial white, blue, gold, and purple light. It's like a tube shining down from the universe, down into your crown, focusing on your third eye with an indigo light to expand, awaken, and clear your third eye so that you may have profound shifts, profound changes in your sight, your sixth sense, your visions, your psychic abilities, your mystic qualities. Remembering that you're a soul body first, physical body last. And allow those ancestors to bless you with knowledge that you need for movement forward. As the blue avians hover, and with a wing, they touch your third eye to expand that and awaken it. They are the color blue. And they sweep away with their wings anything you might be holding on to on your shoulders, on your back, in your mental body, in your mind. Let their wings carry away the heaviness, the fear. To rise higher, taller, and reach further than ever before, and ask for all blockages to be removed so you can be fully all of you, all that you're capable of. And remember your magic from any past life. May it be reintegrated with you now. As we're slowly going to come back into the here and the now. Pleiadians, Arcturians will always be there, but they step away a little. The tree people will always be there to bless you, to give their oxygen, their earth medicine, their messages. As now your bare feet are on the lush blades of green grass, wind shining on your skin glistens, it's dewy, it's moist from the water that you were standing in. Sun shining down on your skin as the wind blows your hair. And you can hear the crackle of a fire, so earth, air, fire, water elements supporting your journey. As we come back into the here and the now. And then when you're ready, nice and slowly, you can open your eyes and come back into ordinary reality. Put in the chat, when you're ready, put in the chat, did you guys enjoy that? Did you like the journey? I hope that you did. They're always different for me of doing this practice. I had my graduation, my rite of passage in 2009, and have led, I'm probably into the 1,000 maybe range of circles. So I've done quite a few of them. So yay, Jen, you loved it. You're welcome. Beck, thank you for the heart. Thank you for the love. Delighted you guys loved that. So thank y'all for not only having me here, but for the beautiful introduction that Auntie gave me in the beginning. I just went right into the talk. You're still dancing? I love it, Jen. Yes. Hopefully you'll be doing a lot of dancing at the Mystics Magical Weekend this weekend. That was a journey. Oh, yay. That's a huge compliment from you, Elizabeth. So thank you for that. I feel that. Thank you so much. I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for you for having me on tonight. So.
And if y'all want more of those, she's offering retreats now. Like there's a retreat this weekend and there's one coming up.
It's this weekend, and then we've got one the 1st of October, which we have one cancellation. So if you're interested, you'll just have to reach out to me, and we'll see if you want that last spot. So
yeah. So I've put her links here. Do I need to put them again? Do you guys?
I think they got them.
You need to copy off the links because, well, the thing is, once somebody comes in, they don't get what was posted before they got here.
You can save the chat. So at the chat box, or it's the top right corner, there should be 3 little teeny tiny dots. You should be able to click on that and then save the chat. And then that way you should have that.
That's if I allowed it in my settings.
Hopefully you did. You're very welcome. I appreciate all of you beautiful, gorgeous souls being here. It's a joy to have you here, and I appreciate your input. Always welcome to any feedback you guys ever have, and know that you make a difference out in the world. And I couldn't do what I do without any of you guys being out in the world doing your magic.
Yeah. And so next week is Elizaveta. She'll be joining us as our guest next week. So thank you all for joining me today and Ashwani on the Earthwombyn Gathering podcast. I truly believe that conversations like these matter. And every time that we gather in intentional space, we help to create more awareness, more compassion, and more remembrance, not only for ourselves, but for the collective as well. So my hope is that something that we shared here today sparked a new insight, activated a deeper level of understanding, or maybe simply reminded you that you're not alone on this journey. And if this episode resonated with you, I invite you to share it with others who may benefit from these conversations and explorations. And they're all posted on Earthwombyn, and also they're posted on my YouTube channel, Patricia Walls YouTube. And you can find that link just by Googling Patricia Walls YouTube or maybe Earthwombyn. So, and if you want to, you can learn more about my work through earthwombyn.com. The link is here, where my name is. And also Unlocking the Mysteries of Light Language, also patriciawalls.com. And You can connect with me through all of my social media and a million other ways. Check me out on Amazon. And Ashwani is a co-author. Aren't you a co-author
In
of
the
Light Language Anthology?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's the co-author of Light Language Anthology. So until next time, stay grounded, stay aware, stay sovereign, and continue listening to the wisdom already awakening
Stay magical.
within you. So I love you all so much, and I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday.
Big love.